A major pitch for a future WrestleMania has been revealed. Plus, we have an update on returning TNA stars, and a SmackDown debut seems to have been scrapped. It's all in the Cultaholic Wrestling News right now. WrestleMania International? But that was the Canada ones. You're right. Let's do it again. A press release was dropped today from the Mayor of London, Sadiq Khan, and he had some very positive things to say whilst trying to encourage the votes of wrestling fans in the UK.
Yeah, so Sadiq Khan, as some said there, he's pledged to set up a task force to explore bringing more sports from North America to the capital of the United Kingdom, including one WrestleMania. In a list of pledges ahead of the London mayoral election, Khan admitted to bringing the biggest and best events to London in an attempt to cement London's reputation as the sporting capital of the world.
Here's the quote from Sadiq Khan. London is a world leader in major sports events and has been at the heart of some of the most memorable sporting moments of the last few decades. From the Olympics to the Lionesses winning at the Euros at Wembley to the Ashes at Lord's and the Oval, London is where it's at. If I'm re-elected on the 2nd of May, I am determined to go even further and fully cement London's reputation as the undisputed sports capital of the world. I believe that London has the potential to host the first international WrestleMania. The first was in Canada. In the meantime, my message to anyone traveling to the Paris Olympics this summer is to include a visit to London in your itinerary and enjoy all the city has to offer. His pledge comes just a few weeks after WWE President Nick Khan spoke at a conference and said that whilst they are looking to bring more of the premium live events to international places, they want to keep the big events, your Royal Rumbles, your WrestleMania, Survivor Series, your SummerSlams, your etc., in the US and not take them from anywhere else. Now, which is why this statement's a weird one.
Yeah.
Because he's just said that. Whether or not that quote from Nick Khan is Nick Khan's way of going, hey, up the price.
Yes,
Go on. John Cena wouldn't lie to us.
John Cena wouldn't lie to us, would he?
Why would John Cena lie?
Why would John Cena lie? I mean, like with everything that happened last year with AEW All In and just, like the outpouring of wrestling fans just being excited for such a huge event in London happening, and just the camaraderie, I think, just surrounding that weekend. I would love to see a WrestleMania in London. I guess maybe now with the merger and everything, perhaps they're thinking, we've seen cuts and stuff happen. Maybe they're thinking about logistics of how they bring sets like that over to the UK, maybe. That might be why they want to keep the big ones, perhaps within North America. I'm not too sure.
Maybe, but I mean, where there's a will, there's always a way.
Yeah, there is. That's true.
Isn't there? It's one that we will keep an eye on. You can follow us on Twitter at Cultaholic. That is apparently what the Mayor of London is doing because he retweeted us just before we came downstairs today.
Did he?
Got a random retweet off the Mayor of London.
There you go.
There you go. He's canvassing for the vote of the sports entertainment fans by definitely promising a task force to try and get WrestleMania in the UK. We are getting Clash at the Castle in a few months' time, emanating from Scotland. I wonder whether something that they've dropped on their socials, WWE have given a little hint of something for their countrymen, maybe.
Yeah, so WWE uploaded Drew McIntyre's old Broken Dreams music to their Facebook page, which obviously, has got people talking. Could Drew go back to this theme song in the run-up to Clash at the Castle in Scotland? Obviously, at Clash in Wales, we heard it. It was at the beginning of his entrance, and then it transitioned back to the one he's currently got now, but got a big pop from the audience.
Massive reaction.
And I think just like from, going back and reading the lyrics of that theme song, I think it kind of fits his heel persona pretty spot on at the moment too. Taking everything away from you, this, that, and the other. And I think in Scotland, it's going to be loud singing that theme song if they do bring it back.
The only thing that'll be louder will be the boos when CM Punk costs Drew McIntyre the world title.
Not again.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine? That could be a thing. We had Rebellion presented by TNA on Saturday just gone. There were two stars that made returns to the company. We've got an update on both of them for you.
Yeah, so Santana recently left AEW and has kept his cards close to the chest on his next move, obviously, until now. So this comes from the TNA press release. Santana last wrestled in a TNA ring in 2019. He's a 4-time TNA World Tag Team Champion as half of the Team LAX, and their combined 662 days as champions is the most in company history. Santana, speaking in a TNA digital exclusive after his Rebellion debut, said, "The best part about it is that I've done it all on my own terms. I took my career in my hands like a man. Look at me now, back home, back in TNA, and I just put down a former world champion and one of the best this company has to offer. One of the best. What bigger statement do I need to make?"
This comes as Santana has been confirmed to have signed with TNA Wrestling. So Mike Santana's future will be part of TNA, and he has claimed that he is in TNA for, and I quote, the top spot. Ooh. So he's pushing for big things as part of TNA.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what he does, because in that Chris Van Vliet interview, which was really interesting, if you've not watched it, really, really good, he seems like a very goal-driven individual and really wants to push his career forward. So I'm looking to see what he can do whilst not maybe, restrained in what he was doing prior. It's going to be exciting.
There was another name that made a return at TNA Rebellion as well. Lights out, lights up. It's Sammy Callahan.
Oh, PW Insider offer an update on Sammy's status with TNA, saying Sammy Callahan remains 100% a free agent as of this writing. He's not signed to either MLW or TNA, and he will be working for both promotions going forward. Callahan remains free to sign with any promotion down the line, should he decide to do so.
The other big return, of course, that people are talking about was Broken Matt Hardy. Yes. And that was meow, meow, meow Hardy. He's a cat now, apparently. I'm imagining we'll get an update on Matt Hardy's future in TNA in the days and weeks to come. It feels like it could be just a pit stop through onto something else.
I think so.
But either way, it was nice to see him popping up at Rebellion on Saturday. When we know more, you will know more. We are heading towards the draft. It begins tomorrow on SmackDown. As a part of that draft show, there was a lot of conversation from numerous sources that we would see the debut of Jacob Fatu. He signed with WWE and is expected to be a part of the Bloodline storyline going forward. PW Insider have reported saying the latest on Jacob Fatu is that he is no longer slated to be at the forthcoming WWE draft-related TV tapings this week. So he won't be debuting at the time as some in the company originally expected. There is a plan in place, but with the Bloodline, everything is laid out in a very meticulous manner. According to one source, there is no rush on his debut. And I think there'll be enough headlines coming out of like a week of draft based goodness whereby you can hold that one off for a little while longer.
I think so too, because I do think there's going to be a lot of NXT talent getting called up onto the main roster too. You don't necessarily want to take that shine away from them either. Also with the Bloodline stuff, I think it's maybe a good idea just to let the audience get used to Tama Tonga, get acquainted with Tama Tonga for a little bit more as well before Jacob finally does come in and I'm sure make some sort of huge statement when he does arrive, at least anyway.
A whopper of a statement, no doubt, has been made by Fatu as the Bloodline storyline continues on. And as the wrestling news continues on, we'll give you the latest at cultaholic.com. Keys.
I love you, bye.